Hey there, welcome into the mindful nest. Going to do some gentle movement. Enjoy a moment to be in our bodies, spend some time with ourselves, and breathe a little bit. So let's take a moment to settle ourselves into the space. Do whatever you need to do to reorganize, perhaps collect some supports for yourself, as there will be options for that in this flow. And as always, well, this practice is your own. So customize, modify, add, and subtract whenever you feel inspired to do so. And we'll connect to that piece together. Glad you could be here. To begin, you can bring yourself into a seated place. Maybe lie yourself down wherever you need to be to begin. Just welcome yourself here. Get any little wiggles or adjustments out of the way before meeting stillness, settling near to it. Eventually, the gaze can soften, the eyes may close down. In this state of subtlety, look within. Just notice what's sitting with you, what's working through you. Just honor what you find. Now, Deepen the breath and gradually build the breath up to a nourishing and full pace. Invite that flow, energy of oxygen through the body. And we begin the practice of balancing just here with our breath. With each inhale, and that energy floods in. With every exhale, we integrate that energy and release what need not be here now. Continue this breath at your pace, your rhythm. Balanced and present in this moment. Let's bring our hands to the heart space, acknowledging yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, all here. And following a nice big breath, we'll tone together. Releasing your exhale to empty out. Inhale to hum gently. Mm. And the breath can continue easily. And very gradually, let's reconnect to our senses and to the space that surrounds us. And blending your awareness, and balanced between your inner perspective and your outer perspective. As you feel ready to move or shift, just follow your intuition here. Before we start any dynamic motion, let's take a moment to hydrate your cup of tea or glass of water that you have nearby, hopefully, or grab one mindfully for yourself now. Mm. And we'll remain in a seated place. We'll invite the legs to extend. As the legs come out long, feel free to move, extending those legs, articulating the joints. We can encourage the hands to go on a similar journey as we outstretch the arms and flex and point through the palms. And we'll sit high on our sit bones and prepare for a few forward folds. We'll take the first few in a dynamic way. And then after a few, you can settle into a more supported place, utilizing some props, maybe some blocks or a stack of pillows out in front of you to support the forehead. And we'll follow our breath as we flow. Eventually, find that support for yourself. Reconnect to that balanced state. And find a place just between effort and ease. Our breath is still here to remind us of that balancing, aiding our integrity through this shape, as well as our ability to release into it. We'll breathe here. For a few more breaths here, gently scan through the body and see where there might be points. Invite release. Any points of holding, tension. Let go of what you can. And breathing deeply into this shape, we'll gently prepare ourselves for transition. Use your breath to guide you. Make your way out of this shape intuitively and intentionally. And clear the space in front of you and slowly invite the knees to bend. Place the feet upon the ground and catching your weight in your hands behind you. We'll simply sway the legs through center. arms can help you to recenter. And then for our next few shapes, or rather, our next bit of flow, I should say, will include some shapes. But I might encourage you to just pad the center of your mat. Give a little extra support for the knees as we come to hands and knees. You can move intuitively here on all fours. Just follow your body and what you need. When you're ready, sink the hips back towards the heels. Bring yourself into child's pose. Hands will outstretch in front of you. And release the head to or towards the ground. Feel the breath in the back body. Invite the ribs to expand in all directions. And with your breath, become light and inspired to move with your inhale, lifting a few inches away from the earth. And walk the hands over towards one corner of your space. Extend through one side body. And release head and heart once again. Breathe here. A big breath in will help to lift you and move you through center to the other side. And with your breath in, and gently rise and float your way back to center. And just enjoy a moment in the middle. And planting the hands into the earth. Allow your heart to guide you upward. Cat back. Lifting back to all fours. You can tuck the toes, move as you need. And we'll tuck those toes and bring ourselves onto our knees. And reach back to make sure that the pinky toes are involved. You're always welcome to use a brick, some kind of support beneath your seat, just to make the stretch a little more accessible. It's a big one for the soles of the feet. We'll breathe into this shape here. Invitation to stay for 3 more, or release mindfully when you need. As you're ready, pitch forward, back to all fours we come, and kick out the feet. A nice moment for some water. And we'll clear away any extra support we have in our space. We'll come on to our bellies. Having a brick nearby might be service to you as we find Sphinx pose. Before we fully settle in, let's make sure to extend our legs back and out towards the corners, maybe lifting one and then the other. And then our arms will support us, rooting the elbows just below the shoulders. All 10 finger pads connected, the root of our palm settled. An inhale can help you find that isometric motion of heart pulling forward and tailbone drawing back. Heart may lift, gaze might lift slightly, but keep the gaze indicating towards the earth. And as we stay here, maybe the chin is lifted. We can bring a brick in to rest the head upon, just releasing the forehead to that support if you choose. Enjoy a few more rounds of breath. And if the head had lowered to support, use one of those deep breaths in. Help lift the head back upright. An exhale can help root those palms and lift you a millimeter, if that, away from the ground, letting the elbows slide away and outward. The heart and head can come to the earth. And give yourself a little wiggle through the legs, the glutes. And as mindfully as you can, keeping that hint of subtlety, we'll roll onto our backs. That brick nearby can still be helpful. Eventually, we'll find ourselves on our backs. We can stretch ourselves out long here. And draw your legs in towards the heart. Nourish the back with a little sway. Now, let's bring those feet back to the earth. We'll do some dynamic bridges. Our hips will be lifting and lowering with our breath. There's the option to have the hands move along with you, rainbow arcing over the head as those hips rise and arcing back towards the hips to touch the ground at the same time as the hips do. Follow your breath and find your flow. After a few dynamic rounds, you can allow the arms to release. We'll lift the hips one more time, scooping that tailbone up, either to hold unsupported or that brick can come in to support you here. The sacrum should be nice and supported, and release a bit of effort through the glutes, the legs. If working unsupported, just follow your intuition and breathe through your process. And stay for as long as you desire. Three more deep breaths in your variation. And with the breath in, or rather focusing first on the breath out, connecting into the earth through the heels and the shoulders. And with that breath in, scoop the tailbone up, reactivate those legs, release any support before rolling down the spine back to earth. The knees can draw in, relieving that back bend. finish out our practice, let's visit some twists. You can certainly do these unsupported, but know that the bricks, the blanket, are within reach if you do desire a bit of support on that twisting or crossing leg. To set ourselves up nicely for alignment, let's plant those feet and then scoop the hips up just a little, just enough to place the hips slightly off center, maybe to the right. Then the knees will fall in the opposite direction, the left in my case. The legs can stay staggered, you might stack or find that support. Find your variation and breathe a while here. The natural, nourishing breath will guide you through transition and gradually plant the feet and shift your way through center, moving those hips to the other side of your space, the opposite twist. As you feel complete, and that breath once more will inspire you to recenter. And for a minute or so, open yourself up to intuitive motion. Listen to what your body needs to close out your practice today. Maybe a final shape or movement, perhaps stillness, or another sip of hydration. Just take this minute for yourself before we head into Shavasana. As you feel called to rest, you can set yourself up with any layers or supports that would help you stay subtle and sustainably rested. Eventually settled into your back body. Let's take a few more deep breaths, perhaps releasing with a sigh. Release any final wiggles. And let go of all effort here. Tipping the scales of balance fully into ease. Surrendered in body and in mind. Enjoy some quietude here as we rest. Deepen the breath now. Ever so slowly and gradually reawaken through the body, and breath flowing, maybe fingertips tap together. And the eyes might stay closed or slowly open. Stretch and stir as you need, coming back into your day. Eventually, roll to the side and bring yourself to a seated place. Let's close this practice intentionally, savoring a few more moments of peace, of solitude. Eyes might fall back closed as we bring hands into the heart. Having done the work for yourself, having acknowledged your body, your mind, and your spirit, let's close with the mantra of Om, that mantra of wholeness within ourself and a oneness with everything that surrounds us. First, a big breath in and out before inhaling to tone. And this light and life within me bows to and deeply honors that same light and life in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope this practice serves you in the process of your daily life unfolding. Do take your time to transition into whatever's next and carry this piece forward with you as best that you can, knowing that you can return anytime to collect more. Until our paths cross again. Peace.